Chinese tourism has grown to a significant size during the last years. Some studies find that China has passed through positive and negative situations that help but also affect overall their locals in economic, socio-cultural, and environmental aspects. Let's discuss economic impacts. First, increasing in jobs for local people. The number of local Chinese people getting a job due to tourism expansion had increased since 2007 until 2017. Tourism industry in China have directly employed about 28.3 million people, and it is estimated that for 2028 there will be 34.4 million people hired to offer and provide touristic services. Second, the revenues can be used to improve infrastructure and services, such as roads, airports, and parks. The revenues had increased on tourism industry from 2008 to 2019. In 2019, revenues from tourism had amounted to about 5.7 trillion yuan Chinese currency. Third, since December 2019, an economic recession was registered because of the pandemic of COVID-19, even though China has already opened some touristic attractions in order to activate their economy.
Socio-cultural impacts arise when tourists bring change in the identity of the country. The infrastructure is seen as positive impact in the Chinese country. The country is using technology to preserve cultural heritage. The first position was the reconstruction of Beijing city gates. The use of virtual reality and augmented reality helps in the preservation of cultural heritage, such as virtual preservation and virtual restoration. Is not only beneficial for the conservation of the relics, it also increases their public heritage. Second, over-tourism as negative impact. China is the most populous country in the world. According to the World Bank, China has 1,395,308,000 people, and around 131 million foreign people visit the country per year, which means tourist overcrowding. The effect that this causes is the constant closure of tourist sites due to structural repair, like the one occurred in the Great Wall. Third, inappropriate behavior. This is frequently seen during the whole year, but its festivals like Golden Week become chaotic due to the high percentage of vehicles on street. This represents a danger to all people. The authority constantly warn danger that this represents. There is an average of 8,553 daily traffic accidents.
Environmental impact. Tourism is the world's largest industry. With the continuous development of tourism, the impact on the environment is constantly emerging, including both negative and positive aspects. Tourism transportation, such as tourism traffic pollution and tourist uncivilized behavior. An example is the environmental impacts of tourism on the Great Wall of China and its surroundings. Both have negative and positive effects. The negative side will be tourists from all around the world meet at a point where the population and pollution rises dramatically, causing global warming and damage to the environment and its habitat. This causes the locals cutting away the trees and vegetation for other purposes, such as wiping away their farming activities in order to build hotels and buildings for the tourists to live in. Another environmental impact are the public toilets in China. As in most parts of the world throughout history, are stigmatized as unclean, associated with illicit activity and great sanitation problems. Due to the over-tourism in the country, the environment has been affected because of the accumulation of fecal waste. The development of tourism might have socio-cultural, economic, and environmental impacts, and these have demonstrated that have positive and negative aspects. That's why it's important for countries like China to maintain a sustainable sociocultural, economic, and environmental impact. It's imperative for the survival and progress of the local community.